The 16th of June, 2022. That is the next date, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to get some sort of an Overwatch 2 update. I'm Stylosa, and welcome to the channel. All right, in this video, what we're going to do is break everything down because we've been given a date. We've also been told by Blizzard what that could actually contain. And there's been some comments from community managers and other people inside of Blizzard that we can break down and go into detail on, and then do a bit of, I know you guys love it, a bit of speculation. All right, guys, let's get stuck into the video. There you go, lads. Save the date, the 16th of June. Oh, baby. So this tweet came out yesterday, and it says, well, coming through, save the date for an Overwatch 2. Or hashtag, sorry. You got to get that social media manager juice. Get the hashtag in. But yeah, the event on the 16th of June, where we will share our plan for the months ahead, including the next PvP beta. Save the date. Now, this made me laugh, because when this popped up, I was like, oh, they very clearly say there, June the 16th is when we will then tell you what our plans are for the months ahead. So I'm thinking, oh, a little mini roadmap. And we will also tell you when the next PvP beta is. And cue all the usual absolute morons on Twitter going, oh yeah, 16th is the next date of the beta. It's like, no, it ain't. It even says it isn't. But anyway, moving on. So if you go to the Overwatch website and you click on the blog, you can actually see this. A bit more information on the event, which is going to happen on the 16th of June. And this is what the article reads. A new journey is right around the corner. Overwatch 2 PvP beta wrap-up. And it said, well, firstly, it shows us the image that we've seen of the beta, synonymous with the beta phase that we've just played. Great stuff, although obviously we didn't get to see new Zen, and we didn't even get to see new Brig in that beta build, which was kind of disappointing, but whatever. Our first Overwatch 2 PvP beta has ended. We've both been humbled and inspired by the amount of interest and enthusiasm everyone has shown for Overwatch 2. And we can't wait to share more with you about what comes next. Save the date for an Overwatch 2 event on June the 16th. Okay. All right, make a note of that. Remember that. Okay, June the 16th. Okay, cool. In the meantime, we wanted to wrap up this first testing phase. Our Overwatch 2 game director, Aaron Keller, wanted to share a few words on Team 4's behalf. All right, well, let's read what he has to say, and then we'll get stuck into what the hell this is going to contain on June the 16th. Aaron goes on to say, the Overwatch team would like to take a moment to convey a heartfelt thank you to all the players that took part in our first beta. It was so exciting to see our community playing the game. Our enthusiasm for this game and universe means so much to us. It always has, and it always will. Overwatch as a world, as a universe, is deeply personal to the team. Something that we pour our time, creative energies, and passion into. It can be scary putting something out there that means so much to you out there for other people to look at. Especially when you know that it's not finished and you're asking for people's real and valid criticisms of what you've made. And you also call it Overwatch 2 and make a massive story. This isn't actually in it. You can see what's on the screen. I'm just making this up now. Anyway, moving on. But the reason we do it is important to make a better game. And it's our players and our community that make it possible. Tests like this are a vital part of the process for improving Overwatch. We can't wait to take everything we've learned from the beta and apply it to the game, and we're so excited to get it back in front of you. Thank you for your time, your energy and passion. Thank you for playing our game, Aaron Keller and the Overwatch team. I mean, you can guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the Donkey video came out and other videos coming out absolutely dunking on Overwatch 2's beta, I bet you the devs were like, these son of a bitches. They were not like, oh wow, these guys are really helping us make a better game. No, this again is just a PR statement of shite. Stuff like this, just I read this and I'm like, anyway, like literally you could just put anyone's name at the bottom of this. This is come straight from whoever the hell is writing all of these press releases of Blizzard, and they've gone, yeah, this is great. So it makes it sound, I don't know, this just doesn't seem very personal to me, but whatever. It's just a statement, and it's attributed to the game director. So cool, you know. And they're like, hey, they do make some interesting points here. Things like, it was our first one and it's not finished, you know. Like, okay, yeah, you should have said that before you made a massive storm on Twitch. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so what the hell could this contain, this event on the 16th? Now, this is going to be a bit of speculation, but of course we can, you know, we can sort of look at the way things are going, and I think some of these points will probably be true. So if I had to guess what would happen on the 16th, there would be a stream. Maybe even a live stream, probably a live stream, because they have done quite a few live streams. where the developers will sit down and they will talk to us about what is going to be in the next beta, and then they will give us a date for that beta, whether it will be 3 or 4 weeks after that announcement or whatever. Maybe it will be a week after that announcement. We don't know. But I would imagine it will contain something along the lines of this. Potentially console players will get access to the beta, which I think would be huge, because you've literally got half your player base who cannot even register for your betas, which I think is terrible, and they really need to sort that out. So it'd be cool if they could do that. They might show off more maps, and I think if they show more maps off, then that means they might show off a new game mode. Now, we do know they've got another game mode somewhere in production. They've alluded to this quite a few times, so yeah, maybe we get to see that. And I think new maps and new game mode go hand in hand, so yeah, fine. Maybe we don't get a new game mode, and maybe we just get a couple more maps, whatever. Maps are okay, but they never really get me super excited. I mean, maybe I'm just not... Yeah, maybe it does get people excited, I don't know. But maps, I always kind of put them down on the bottom, because what makes people really excited is new heroes. So I'd really like it if there was a new hero, maybe even 2 new heroes. That would be incredible if they were. And one of them definitely needs to be a support, Blizzard. Please, 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 please. So it'd be nice to see a new hero coming into the game. That would be really, really cool. Also, probably just update the UI again. And I think these are things that are being worked on all the time. Things like the sound effects, the UI, even the graphics and stuff. So we probably will see a notable improvement going forward into the next beta phase. So I think that's kind of like a surefire bet. I don't think that's particularly too speculative. And a roadmap. This is the thing, a roadmap. Because they do specifically say, we will tell you what's happening in the months to come. Now, what that might mean is on the 16th, they go, hey, next month there is going to be another beta that will last for a month. And then in a way, technically, they've told us what's happening for the next 2 months. You know, you get what I'm saying? So they could do that. Or they could go, the next beta phase starts on this date, then it ends on this date, and then there's another beta phase on this date, which ends on that date, and then we launch the game on this date, and blah, 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 blah. If they do something like that, that will be really, really cool. I just wonder if they can actually do it. They even know those dates themselves. I don't know. But I think that would be cool to, well, cool to speculate about. Apart from that, yeah, I think that's probably a realistic bet. I would have to say they have to come out with a hero. And they must have another hero. They've got to, because that's the headline. So they come out with another hero. That's the big splash for the beta. Maybe they've got another game mode. And then they've got... I mean, I guess the other outside shout would be hero reworks and big balance changes. They've probably identified a load of issues from the last beta phase that they will fix for the next beta phase. So, yeah, that's probably what we'll get. Talking of the roadmap, yeah, like a roadmap. A roadmap is like a pro and a con. Like, I've always asked for a roadmap for Overwatch, mainly because I'm selfish and I just want to know what the game's doing so I can effectively plan my time around making videos on the game. Because when they come out and go, yeah, we'll next talk to you the 16th of June and then maybe a month after that, I sit here and I'm like, so what? I've got 2 months off work. You know what I mean? It's like, what is this? It's mental. So maybe a roadmap is like something that I would like and it would help me a lot. But when you think about a roadmap, and I keep thinking about it, a roadmap does kind of... It commits you to do stuff, doesn't it? Because if Blizzard come out and go, here you go, we're going to release 3 heroes this year, or maybe 4 heroes. We've got a new game mode coming out. We've got this, we've got that. We've got a launch date. We've got, I don't know, other enhancements. We've got a battle pass. All of this stuff starts coming out. And they've got set dates for it, and they don't make the dates, then they look kind of silly, or they just don't implement them. They look even stupider. So, I don't know. Like, I think what we've got is a brand new Overwatch team, really, and we need to see what they're capable of. And if they do rapidly update this game, or the next beta is like massively got a ton more content in it, I think that'd be a good sign for everybody involved in Overwatch. But yeah, I think they're kind of untested in a lot of ways at the moment. So I don't know. But roadmaps, yeah, they can be positive and also sort of negative. It depends which way you look at them. So will Blizzard be going completely quiet until the 16th of June? This was my worry, and it turns out that no, they won't be, but don't expect as much communication. So we've got this from John Spector. Used to be the head of Overwatch League. I think he's like the head of Overwatch brand or something. He's got some sort of corporate title now. I think he's actually quite high up in the Overwatch world. I think he might actually be above the developers. I'm not sure on that, but he's a high-powered position. And he says this to a response that just said, oi, is there going to be no communication then until the 16th? And John says, yes, but the June the 16th event is where we'll have more significant Overwatch 2 news to cover. So while we do want players to continue to hear from us, as you've hopefully seen us doing for the last several months, the next few weeks we will be somewhat quieter on Overwatch 2 communication. Now, I will translate this to you. This means the next few weeks we will not be talking to you about Overwatch 2. So go away. That's what this means. I guess this was inevitable. But if you commit to doing weekly updates, how hard is it to do a weekly update? I cannot believe it's that difficult. Unless they don't have a lot of stuff to talk about, or they want to do some massive splash again on June the 16th with a big event. I don't know. This is... but at least it's communication, and it kind of gives us a bit of reassurance that, yeah, things will quieten down and then probably pick back up again. Moving on to the glorious official Overwatch forums. We've got a post from the community manager, Andy B, and this is a quote. And he quotes, "Yeah, I was honestly expecting more data from this beta to be shown." And Andy says, "We'll be sharing more data and information from this beta phase in a separate post that's currently being worked on. This blog was meant as a thanks for testing and to set expectations on when you can expect to hear from the team about our future plans. TLDR, it's coming, just not today." Yeah, so there's going to be a blog post at some point which is going to break down what they found out in the beta and what they're going to do and when the next updates are coming. And yeah, so I think basically what's happening here, guys, is we're going into a phase of it's going to be quite quiet because we should probably touch on this. There is actually an event on at the moment for Overwatch 1. I literally do not care. Now, this sounds really harsh. You know, I make a lot of Overwatch videos. I actually don't care. I don't even want to play Overwatch because if you have played Overwatch 2, and I know not everybody has, but if you've played Overwatch 2 and then you try and play Overwatch 1, it is so slow. They're two different games. Overwatch 1 is more tactical, if you want my opinion. Overwatch 2 is faster and more emphasis on actual mechanical skill in a lot of scenarios. So it makes for, I think, more energetic moments, more fun moments, I think, overall. But Overwatch 1 is a tactical game, and it's different. It's slower. It's more methodical. And you've got an extra tank, obviously, and all of that stuff. It's a completely different game. But it's just like, it's hard for me to go back. It's really hard. It feels, I don't know, like I like playing, you guys know I like playing Soldier and heroes like that. It's just really slow in Overwatch 1. And it's like, what the hell? So yeah, it's difficult. But we're in this phase of just waiting for stuff to happen again. And we're used to this, right? As fans of Overwatch, we've been in this phase for years. Just massive, open sort of like black holes of just desolate information, and we're waiting for stuff to happen. But at least we've been given some sort of dates here, so it's not all complete gloom and doom, but it is yeah, sort of going into, I don't know, a more quieter period for Overwatch, which probably does mean as well, guys, there'll be less videos off me because there's not really that much to make videos on. The beta's closed down. In fact, you know what as well? You know what's mental? The last little rant I'll leave you on before I get out of here. Overwatch League, I mean, that continues now on the current Overwatch beta that nobody has access to. So we are actually going to see what happens when a game isn't playable. Because Overwatch 2 was playable for, I don't know how many people got access to it, but I'd imagine quite a few. Why would you watch Overwatch League now when you can't even play the game? Crazy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the video. It has again been my ultimate pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the new stuff in this video. Like, I've got a new logo intro sting thing now, which I spent quite a lot of time working on this. You might have noticed the one I was using on a couple of recent videos. That was sort of like an older one from a long time ago. I just put my newer, updated, refreshed logo into it. But this one is the one that's going to replace it. And I hope you like the music on it as well. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Stylosa. You can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa or Stylosa UL on TikTok. And yeah, I'll catch you lovely, lovely, jubbly lot the next time Overwatch does something. Toodaloo.